guys, it's me, Indigo, and I'm here today with another speed paint, and this is more bookish themed this time. But this is my 5-star reads of 2019. It feels crazy that 2019 flew by, but I learned a lot in 2019, and it was really challenging, and I'm really glad we all got through. But I read some books, and I have some 5-star reads. I have 8 of them I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go in order of what I put them all in. Some of these I feel no reason to talk about, so I'm just going to mention them right now. Ones that I'm not going to talk about what they're about is the Raven Cycle. I'm pretty sure everyone has read them. I just read them and see when I gave them 5 stars. And The Hate U Give, Murder on Orient Express, and We Are Okay. Those are all my 5 stars that are on here that I feel no need to talk about because I'm pretty sure everyone has read them, but I was just a little behind and decided to read them and just include them in this list. Partly because I wanted to paint them and they're just really good books. If I didn't, this would be a very short list. First book on there that you can't see is called Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This is my first 5-star of the year, and it's a fantastic book. I highly recommend if you are an internet fiend, you will love this book. But pretty much, we follow a girl named Frances Jongier, and there's like 2 parts of her. There's School Frances, and then there's like fandom, like all her weird stuff Frances that nobody ever really sees. Everyone typically sees School Frances, where she she studies all the time, she gets A's, she's a really good student, she is like head girl, she's a good student, she's usually the good girl. She's quiet, she typically keeps to herself and just keeps to a little friend group. And then there's the little fandom Frances who does art, makes fan art on Tumblr, likes all her fandom stuff, all of that type of stuff. That's what she keeps to herself mostly, and her mom usually sees. And she also she listens to this podcast called Universe City. And at a party, we meet the creator of this podcast she absolutely loves, Alan Last, and she becomes friends with him and helps him with the show by making art for the show and coming up with ideas also. We quickly learn from Alan that his home life is not the best, so Frances helps him come out of his shell and get a better life, and it's just a really sweet read. I could see myself in Frances because I kind of am the same way. I have some sides of me that I let people see and I keep to myself, and only like a few people are allowed to see, and I'm slowly coming out and showing everyone all the sides of me, but I very much related to Frances, and it was a really sweet read. And everyone, if you are an internet fiend, you will love this book. This book, usually I find in books, they deal with the internet, it's either a hit or miss, and this one was a hit. Next up, what I'm going to talk about is Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. Queens of Geek is through 2 perspectives. Hopefully I will be able to make some descriptions for this book, but this book is in 2 perspectives, Charlie and Taylor. Charlie is a blogger and an actress, and she takes her friends Taylor and Jamie to this convention so she can promote her movie that she's going to be in. But also they're there to support her as I'm having a hard time explaining books. I'm still a little new to this, I'm sorry. But also, since she just got out of a relationship with one of the lead actors, she wants to show everyone that she's still okay. But again, she's on the internet, so people who see her on the internet constantly ask questions about it. And then there's Taylor and Jamie, who's enjoying themselves at this convention. and just having the time of their lives, but also Taylor likes Jamie a lot and is trying not to ruin their time together at the convention or ruin their relationship by getting together with him, despite everyone shipping them together. But it's just a nice read of like a best friend to lovers story, which I love. I love best friend to lovers stories, so just reading that made me super happy. And Charlie was just so happy and just like, this is me. And she's just so proud of being herself that I just loved it. It's a really nice read. The internet stuff is a little bit of a miss. And you kind of have this stay on your disbelief for reading this book, but it's a really happy read and it's really, really good. And I love it a lot. And I love Jen Miles' writing, so I definitely want to read more of her stuff. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Guts by Raina Thelmer. I read this book in a span of 2 hours. I love this book with all my heart. Sorry you're hearing my computer. Pretty much this book is another part of Raina's life. If you haven't read any of the Raina Thelmer books, she usually writes books about her life. There's Smile, which is about her journey of having braces, and then there's Sisters, which is just like a little short story about her and her little sister. Guts is about Raina once woke up one day with a really upset stomach, and her mom did too, so she just figured it was a stomach bug, but it was still there, and she was finding herself really worried over like food changes, various other things, and even like her friends. Soon they figured out that she had anxiety, and they got her parents gave her therapy for it. So it's just a really good book for representing therapy and anxiety. I saw myself in Raina. I already did, so just seeing myself, seeing the therapy in there was really, really nice and just made me cry every time I read it or see anything with her therapist. It's super, super good. So if you want a good book that's middle grade to show to someone who's anxious or is in therapy, this is a great book for them. I just love Raina Thelmer. Her style is just super good. Alright, let's talk about the artwork right now as I make this. Sorry if I sound weird. Also, I have a canker sore and it hurts really bad. So the art supplies that I used for this was watercolor, as you obviously can see. Now I would definitely tell you which types of, or like the company of watercolor I used, but I honestly don't know because I was given it and it wasn't in any packaging. But the one I can tell you about, because I used two, is a Winsor & Newton one. It's like this really tiny one. I'm going to leave it in the description down below. I highly recommend getting it. If it's on sale, I would recommend also getting a black one of watercolor, like a little tube of black watercolor, because it doesn't come with black, and black and white is really important when it comes to painting. It's just really helpful, so I would recommend that. But I will leave that in the description down below. The paper I'm using is Canson, and we all know mixed media Canson paper buckles harshly. So I'm sorry if you see so many buckling in that paper. I would not recommend using Canson for watercolor, but it's the only thing I have for right now, and out of any sketchbook, it's the best. I used Strathmore and it buckled horribly. It was really bad. Raven Boys came out really good, and I'm really proud of that one because that little red part in the cover, that turned out really, really well. I'm really happy about it. I'm really mad at myself for the Maggie Stiefvater Dream Thieves. So I was reviewing it and I couldn't find the name, so I just read off. The Dream Thieves one I messed up, and I'm really sad about it. And the reason why I got messed up is because while I was recording this, my phone died. So I had to stop. I let my phone charge and continue this the next day, which I did, and I finished it. But as you can see, I'm gonna mess it up, and I'm really sad about it. I really liked how his face turned out, but I'm gonna block that out, and it's gonna look terrible, and I'm really sad about it. But it's alright. The Raven Boys came out really good, so I'm happy about that. It's a win for me. I didn't read a lot of books this year. I read about 17 in 2019, so I'm hopefully going to read a lot more in 2020. That's my goal for 2020, to read a lot more books. Not 100 books, but at least a lot more than 17. And then there's personal reasons on why, but hopefully I can get through it and read an F-ton of books in 2020. So yeah, I'm running out of things to say, so I'm gonna leave you guys to listen to the rest of the music. If you guys want to see more bookish art type content, go click on the subscribe button down below and go leave me a like so I know you like this video. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and yeah, bye guys.